So, I don't know what's going on here, but I guess there was a lady, well, not a lady, a kid that was trying to protect her sister from these crazy people, and there's a video. There's a video out on it, and her name is Maya Somers, and a young queen of Scots goes viral after fighting against Europe's migrant assault threat. So this is the video right here.
Yeah, she have a knife.
You don't. Hey, I'm fucking trophy. You're fucking bad and
Why you fucking me up?
The guy that's talking sounds like he's Indian or a freaking Middle Eastern. I'm not sure, but he sounds like he's Middle Eastern. He does not sound like he's Scottish or any European.
Fucking kid bastards.
Show the knife. Show the knife.
Get
Show the
the
knife.
fuck away from her.
Show the knife. Show the knife.
Don't touch her.
That's
Touch me.
it. That's it.
Damn, she had a freaking axe and she has a hatchet and a kitchen knife. That's crazy.
Touch her.
That's
Touch
it.
me.
That's it.
That's badass.
Don't touch my sister.
Show the knife. That's it.
Yeah, show the knife. That's it. Show the knife. These two, there's like 2 or 3 guys or something like that. That's like harassing them. They're just trying to leave, right? They're underage girls.
Fucking touch my little sister. She has fucking 12.
Yeah, she's 12 years old.
We ain't gonna fucking touch you. She has fucking 12 and you just bastards me, man. We ain't gonna fucking touch you.
Damn.
Yeah, show the knife.
Show the knife. Yeah, that's definitely some kind of Middle Eastern.
Maratha.
What I say? Maratha. That's definitely some kind of Durkistan, man. That's definitely a Durkistan. So, she goes viral. A 14-year-old Scottish girl has become a viral icon after her arrest for brandishing weapons to fend off alleged migrant attackers, reigniting debate over Europe's failure to safeguard its children. Damn, there's a meme of her already? That's badass. That is badass. Maya Somers is just 14 years old, but her name is already echoing far beyond Dundee. Dubbed the young queen of Scots online, the teenager went viral after reports surfaced that she had confronted alleged migrant attackers with a blade and an axe. That's a hatchet, but you know, a mini axe. What began as a frightening local incident quickly spiraled into an international debate about migrant crimes, state failures, and the courage of young women forced to defend themselves in an absence of authority. Here's the thing. Unfortunately, these girls have to resort to using weapons to defend themselves, and at an age of 14. They were pushed to this is because of the failure of the government, which is wild. Far from being dismissed as a juvenile delinquent, Somers has been hailed by many online as a heroine, a symbol of the generation left to fend for itself while Europe's institutions look away. Yep. If you guys don't know, a lot of what's it called again? European countries, Germany, France, UK, and a lot of these countries in that area, they are very, very relaxed, and they're very open to having illegal migrants come to their country. And if you say anything bad that shines them in the bad light in any way, even though they are wrong and at fault here, the government will arrest you for it. I remember something about a bacon. I remember someone said that said bacon, and they started laughing or something like that. Someone said something about pork or something like that because these people can't have pork or whatever because it's dirty, it's not kosher or whatever. I believe they get in trouble for that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, men of Europe have been neutered. Yeah, we can't defend women anymore. Over here happens a lot with girls and women lately. Last week, with a 17-year-old girl was killed by an immigrant during her cycling ride to home, and she came from a night out in Amsterdam. That's wild, man. Letting in hundreds of thousands of them deliberately. Yeah. And you can't say anything negative about them, right? It's because they don't want to look bad. They don't want to sound racist or whatever. But these people are killing people, right? And another thing was I heard that Sharia law, people are starting to accept Sharia law as in Austria. I got I saw a message earlier. Hold on, let's see. Sharia law Austria. Okay. Austria's legal system is based on secular law, not Sharia law. However, highly controversial, in August 2025, court ruling in Vienna confirmed the validity of a private arbitration award based on Sharia principles in a civil dispute. That is very, very scary. Very scary. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, in a way, they can probably help with the LGBT people, whatever. But the thing is that if they actually have a small private arbitration that has that, that's very scary. In 2025 Vienna court ruling, the case, two men in a contractual dispute had agreed to settle disagreements through an arbitration tribunal guided by Islamic law. After tribunal ruled that the man owed the other 320,000 euros, the debtor challenged the ruling in court, claiming Sharia has no standing in Austrian law. The court's decision in Vienna Regional Court confirmed the validity of the Sharia-based arbitration award. The court's rationale was that because of the outcome did not violate fundamental Austrian legal principles, the parties had autonomy to resolve their civil dispute through their chosen method of private arbitration. Interpretation: the decision does not integrate Sharia law into Austria's legal system in a general sense. It was a narrow ruling specific to a private contract. The fact that if they're so lenient that they will, I guess, not uphold their law and use a different form of government that does not originate from your own country to settle a dispute, that goes to show how soft they are on these migrants. This is very, very scary, right? And these little girls right over here are scared for their lives, and they have to be pushed to the state where they have to defend themselves. Men are being neutered. Like, do we have to result in vigilante justice? We shouldn't have to dress up as Batman to beat fools up because they are wrong. We shouldn't have to do that. The government should be able to help. However, these places are not gun friendly, right? Maybe some other place like the Swiss, right? But UK, France, Germany, I'm not sure. Well, Germany does have what's it called again? H&K, and Glock. But Austria's Glock. But the thing is, I'm not sure how gun friendly and pro like Second Amendment a lot of these countries are. Most of them are not pro Second Amendment and will rely on the police or law enforcement to protect themselves. But the thing is that by the time law enforcement comes, someone's already dead. Someone's already been sexually assaulted, right? So it's very, very sad. But yeah, far from being dismissed as a juvenile delinquent, Somers has been hailed as many as an online heroine. We talked about it already. On Saturday evening, the Dundee St. Anne Lane police were called after reports of a girl wielding a bladed weapon. According to witnesses, the confrontation involved migrants who had allegedly been harassing her, with one reportedly recording the encounter. The police Scotland later confirmed that the 14-year-old was charged and would be reported to the authorities. Imagine trying to defend yourself and you get in trouble for that shit. This is crazy. Absolutely hog wild, man. Yet, instead of condemnation, Somers' arrest ignited fury online. Critics argued that the child should never have to resort to carrying weapons to feel safe. Exactly. 100%. We're talking about little girls here. Girls that are in high school. They shouldn't have to rely to run around with knives and hatchets and axe to feel safe in their own country, right? In modern Britain, however, pepper spray and even basic self-defense tools are illegal. Remember, a lot of kitchen knives, they have removed the tip, the pointy tip, so there's no stabby. There's still slicey though. But yeah, leaving vulnerable young women with no legal means of protection. The episode has come to symbolize what many call a systemic failure across Europe, the inability or unwillingness of authorities to shield their own citizens, particularly young girls, from migrant crime. This is all to not look racist. This is absolutely fucking demoralizing as a citizen of such a shitty government, failure of government. The outrage echoes beyond Scotland, with commentators framing the event as a glaring sign of Europe's broken system. Our societies have failed them, one viral comment read, while others blasted the European establishment for being more concerned with policing racism than tackling the roots that caused the assault threats. Causes of assault threats. Yeah. So they would rather have this person die or raped or whatever than to, hey, we shouldn't say their race. We shouldn't say where they're coming from. We shouldn't say what color their skin is because it's actually really racist. But a person dying from this kind of interaction, that's totally fine. That is fucking insane. As someone who was stalked by a pedophile from the ages of 8 to 11, I can tell exactly what point this girl is at. This isn't the first time pedo Muslims have harassed her and her sister. She's exhausted every avenue of pleading to the adults to help her, and they have failed. Yep, true. This iconic Scottish queen must be protected at all costs. Yep, there it is. Interesting new flag in Scotland. Weak politicians, authorities, and a full two-tier system rigged against them. A legacy media demonizing the native at every given turn in favor of the invader, all under the guise of tolerance. Young girls have been forced to fend for themselves on their own streets. That's very true. Here's another one really, really good here. Let me see this one and actually bring it up. What's this say? Why aren't there any men helping us? Britain has no men. We are on our own. That is true. That is very true. She will defend Scotland. Yep. It sort of reminds me of what's it, Waffle House Wendy, just a little bit, but this is much worse, right? With point of view when you're a 14-year-old white girl in the UK. That's so funny. As news spread, Maya Somers transformed into a viral icon. Supporters flooded social media with messages praising her courage, with some even creating artworks, logos, and digital banners celebrating the young queens of Scots. To many, she represents not just one girl's bravery, but the defiance of an entire generation against fear and silence. She's braver than most grown men. A girl should be playing with dolls, is forced to pick up weapons, and yet she's our hero. The adoration has turned Maya into a symbol of resilience, and some argue the reluctant face of grassroots resistance against unchecked migrant crime. The question is not why a teenager armed herself in the Dundee car park, but why she felt she had to. Yep. The thing is, with a lot of the illegal immigrations happening here as well, I'm glad that our government isn't so stupid. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying that they're not stupid at all. They're definitely very, very stupid. But the thing is, they're not as stupid as some of these countries in the UK or the EU or anything like that, or anywhere else. So this is very, very scary, that the fact that she had to do this. And based off of that girl that said that, she's been stalked by a pedophile when she was between 8 and 11. That's wild. And she's literally at her wit's end. The viral scandal of Maya Somers has highlighted uncomfortable truths, but safety, migration, and government priorities in Europe. Yep. Uncomfortable truths. Yeah, highlight uncomfortable truths. For critics, the story underscores one brutal reality. Young girls are now the front line of a crisis that the state refuses to acknowledge. And while Maya Somers may be facing charges, to thousands online, she will always be remembered as the young queen of Scots, a girl who dared to fight back. The fact that she's getting charged, she's facing charges, is absolutely insane. Absolutely freaking wild, man. It is the great replacement. Absolutely. This is very, very scary shit, dude. Yeah, look at that. She had to defend herself, right? So a lot of people are coming online, why is this 14-year-old girl arrested? She's only trying to defend herself and her 12-year-old sister from a migrant. And the thing is, I have gone online and I looked up some stuff, and they said that, you got to make sure that you correctly show the I forgot. Let me actually search this up. It's because I found something. Look, nope, oops, right here. Police issue misinformation warning over girls' weapons arrest. So, they said that we don't want to, misidentify some of these people, right? So, Scotland, Police Scotland has warned the public not to spread misinformation after the 12-year-old girl was charged for allegedly brandishing weapons in the street. Footage has been circulating online on social media, accompanied by speculation over the ethnicity and the actions of people who allegedly confronted the girl. The force said that a Bulgarian couple, a man and a woman, were approached by youths in St. Anne Lane, Lockheed, about 1940 on Saturday. It's understood that no one else can be arrested or is wanted in connection with the incident. Elon Musk, billionaire owner, ex-Tesla, shared a post. The platform has about 225 million followers. BBC News understands officers have found no evidence to substantiate claims being made by the youths were at risk of sexual assault. This is cover-up. This is 100% a cover-up. They do not want this news to be shared at all. This is wild. Police Scotland confirmed that the girl has been charged with possession of offensive weapons and that investigations was ongoing. The force has initially said that she was 14 before issuing a correction. She's 12. Nicola Russell said, "We would like to thank the local community for their help with our investigation, and we would urge the public not to share misinformation about this incident or speculate on the circumstances." These are pathetic police officers. These are pussy ass bitches that lives in the, that are part of the BBC. The police over there are fucking corrupt and they should all be fired. Now, there's a defund the police that I actually stand behind. Let's go ahead and defund the police of Scotland, right? But I don't think that's ever going to happen. But this is absolutely insane. Yeah, like what you said, spineless, pathetic cucks, 100%. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. Like out of this, like for me, I'm definitely like back to blue, thin blue stripe or whatever, to a degree, of course. But when it comes down to police gleefully stepping on your throats, gleefully, oh, I'll arrest you, I don't care, I'm just doing my job and stuff like that. You are spineless weasels that should be defunded. 100%, man. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm glad I do not live over there. I'm glad I do not live in the UK. I'm glad I do not live in Europe. And the thing is that the chances of you being born as an Indian is like 14 to 18%. Is very scary. The chances of you being born in these other countries is pretty high. Count yourself lucky. This is crazy. Yeah, and they call our police fascist. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Blue Line Gang, not the police. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, arm the populace against evil. No, especially if the government has every say and all the power to have all the guns, they're not gonna do jack shit, right? And if you want to defend yourself against these potential situations where you can get hurt, freaking sexually assaulted or worse, even killed, you are your own first responder. There is no other way. There is no other way, and it's very, very scary. Very scary over there, man. This is crazy.